Hi VC, this is Chris. I'm back to do another video. This is going to be similar to the approximately 10 Gimme approximately 10 videos that I did before. I did one for 1969, and I did one that was based on focused on female artists. So this one's going to be on solo keyboard albums. And it'll probably end up being 3 parts also, like the women video. So it'll start out and it'll be sort of jazz will be the first part, and then there'll be one part that will be classical and another part that will be other artists. So I had to hunt around and try to find enough albums to show rather than just show CDs. So I finally did that. And there's a lot of artists I won't show because a lot of them have been shown already. In previous videos I've shown Art Tatum, Paul Bley, Richie Bierach, Keith Tippett, Sakis Papaditchermo, Andrew Hill, Earl Hines, John Cage, Jackie Byard, Anthony Braxton, Howard Riley, Anthony Davis, Galishka Morafiev, Mal Walden, Stan Tracy, Hans Joachim Rodilius, Patricia Dalio, Chick Corea. So I'm going to show some people different than that, and I'll start off showing some CDs, and then I'll get to the vinyl. Or I'll do a combination of both. So first one is Dave Brubeck. Dave Brubeck plays and plays and plays. So this was recorded in 57 and then remastered in 92 when they decided to put it out on a CD. So I'll have the details about labels and dates and things in the notes. But so Dave Brubeck plays and plays and plays, solo piano. And then the vinyl complement, Brubeck plays Brubeck. So this is a 1950s Columbia solo piano album by Dave Brubeck. He didn't do a lot of solo albums, but there were a few. Then another CD, Alex Schliffenbach, or Alex von Schliffenbach. This is solo 12-Tone Tales, Volume 1 and 2. So 2 CDs, solo piano, Alex von Schliffenbach on the Intact label. So this is more of along the lines of free jazz or improv rather than just straight jazz like the Brubeck. Marcus Roberts, Alone with Three Giants. So he's playing the Marcus Roberts playing the music of Jelly Roll Morton, Thelonius Monk, and Duke Ellington. Solo piano. And then Matthew Shipp. This is a 2 CD set. Cymbal Systems, Matthew Shipp. Solo piano in the modern jazz vein, whatever that is. And then this is, I showed an album before, it wasn't solo piano, but Sergei Kuryakin, The Ways of Freedom. This is a reissue of a Leo Records LP that he had done in 1981. So solo piano, guess more modern jazz. He also did another one, Sergei Kuryakin, Some Combination of Fingers and Passion. This is also on Leo Records. The other one was a reissue of a Leo Records. So all of these are some combination of fingers and something. Passion, head, feet, you know, sort of a concept album. And now several from the British improv scene. Varian Weston. This is for tessellations for luthial piano. Luthial piano is one grand piano that has been enhanced to extend the range. You know, they may add some stops and foot pedals, sort of like an organ. There are not many of these. This was played on one that's in a museum in Belgium. Could be the only one that's in existence at this point. There were a couple of classical composers that composed for this, but otherwise it doesn't seem like it got a lot of usage. Here's another one, Varian Weston, Playing Alone. So 3 tracks, free jazz, improv, in the British vein. And similar, Pat Thomas. Noor is the name of the album. Solo piano, 1999. This is on the M&M label. And then Mike Westbrook. Solo piano. Typically he's leading an ensemble or a large band, but here he's doing solo piano. This is on the Impetus label. And then I've shown a Terry Riley before, but not a solo piano album. So here's Terry Riley. This is Moscow Observatory. So he's playing solo piano compositions. And here's another one playing the music of Terry Riley. Keyboard Studies, Stefan Schleiermacher and Bernd Gengelbach. So they play two songs of Terry Riley, and then Stefan Schleiermacher has his own song, which is an homage to Riley, Reich, and Glass. He does Schleiermacher does a lot of modern pianist music playing, which you'll probably see. And then here's an ECM solo piano album, Stefano Bellani, called Piano Solo on ECM. And then finally, I think I've shown Keith Jarrett before, but this is Keith Jarrett Sun Bear concerts. This is a box set. I forget how many CDs are in it, but it looks like 2, 4, a 6 CD set. Solo piano as he tours around Japan. Now back to the vinyl. Walt Wagner. The Evening Muse, subtitled Jazz Nocturnes for Solo Piano. Walt Wagner. And then John Coates, solo piano in the open space. We did a couple of 2 or 3 solo piano albums. This is on Omnisound. It's a 2 LP set, gatefold. We seem to work out of Deerhead Inn. I forget what state that's in, but I think Keith Jarrett also recorded an album there at some point. Might have been one of his trio albums. And Sir Roland Hanna. A Gift from the Magi. This is on West 54 label. I think it's 1979, but if not, I'll put the correct date in the notes. Solo piano. Then Art Lande. Hardball. Piano solos. He also done some duo albums. I think Mark Isham might have been one of them, but solo piano. And McCoy Tyner, Echoes of a Friend. And then going back a couple years, Lennie Tristano, the new Tristano, solo piano. This seems to have a lot of walking left hand, providing the accompaniment. Lennie Tristano, the new Tristano. This is late 50s, I think, 57 maybe. And then Charles Mingus, Spontaneous Compositions and Improvisations on the Impulse label. This is a gatefold. Says his bass playing was developed from his piano playing. And then we have a reissue of Thelonius Monk, Alone in San Francisco. This is on Fantasy or Riverside. Riverside. I think it's a reissue of a Fantasy album. Thelonious Monk Alone in San Francisco. He did one, I think, in 57 and another one in 59. And then Joachim Kuhn. Maybe this one was shown recently. I don't recall, but Wandlungen, Transformation, solo piano. On the CMP label. And then the last two, Ray Bryant, Alone at Montreaux. Solo piano on the Atlantic label. Says it's a promotional copy according to the sticker, but I don't see any indication of that on the LP itself. And then finally, Cecil Taylor, Indent. This is on the Arista Freedom label. Cecil Taylor, solo piano. So that's the jazz portion of this. Give me approximately 10. So there were approximately 10 vinyl records, and then some assorted CDs. And like I said, then there'll be a classical component and another component, composers or performers, but less jazz than that. So thanks everybody, and I'll see you again soon before Christmas, hopefully.